Proctor was not just a teacher of the law of attraction. He was a living demonstration of it. His life itself was proof that a person can completely transform their reality by changing the way they think, believe, and perceive themselves. Born into a modest background, with no extraordinary academic achievements, Bob Proctor started his journey as an ordinary man struggling with financial limitations and a lack of direction. Yet, through the discovery and application of the law of attraction and the deeper principles of the mind, he rose to become one of the most influential personal development mentors in the world. His transformation began when he was introduced to the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. At that time, Bob was earning very little, working long hours, and living a life that reflected limitation. But when he read that book, something shifted inside him. He realized that the external world he was experiencing was not random. It was a direct reflection of his internal conditioning. This realization became the foundation of everything he later taught. Bob Proctor explained the law of attraction in a way that was both simple and profound. He said that everything in the universe operates on frequency. Your thoughts produce vibrations, and those vibrations attract similar frequencies back into your life. It is not about wishing or hoping. It is about becoming a match to what you want. According to him, you do not get what you want. You get what you are. One of his core teachings was the concept of the subconscious mind. He emphasized that most people are not consciously creating their lives. Instead, they are living out programs that have been installed in their subconscious mind since childhood. These programs are formed through repetition, environment, and emotional experiences. If someone grows up hearing that money is hard to earn, that belief becomes embedded deep within their subconscious. As a result, no matter how much they consciously desire wealth, their subconscious programming will keep them stuck in scarcity. Bob Proctor taught that the key to changing your life is to reprogram your subconscious mind. This is where the law of attraction becomes truly powerful. When you consciously choose new thoughts and repeat them with emotion, you begin to impress new ideas into your subconscious. Over time, these ideas become beliefs, and beliefs control behavior. Behavior, in turn, produces results. This is how transformation happens. Not overnight, but through consistent mental conditioning. He often used the analogy of a thermostat versus a thermometer. A thermometer simply reflects the temperature of the room. It reacts to the environment. A thermostat, on the other hand, sets the temperature. Most people live like thermometers. They react to circumstances, allowing external situations to dictate their thoughts and emotions. But Bob taught that we must become thermostats. We must decide what we want and hold that vision so strongly that the external world begins to conform to our internal state. Visualization was one of the most powerful tools Bob Proctor used and taught. He believed that the mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you repeatedly visualize yourself already living your desired life, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as reality. This creates a shift in your vibration. And according to the law of attraction, you start attracting people, opportunities, and situations that align with that vision. However, Bob always emphasized that visualization alone is not enough. Emotion is the key. He said that thoughts are electric and emotions are magnetic. When you combine a clear mental image with strong positive emotion, you create a powerful signal that goes out into the universe. This signal attracts corresponding frequencies back to you. This is why he encouraged people to feel gratitude, excitement, and certainty even before their desires manifested physically. Another fundamental teaching of Bob Proctor was the idea of paradigms. A paradigm is a mental program that controls habitual behavior. It is the invisible force that keeps people doing the same things over and over again, even when they consciously want to change. For example, someone may want to earn more money, but if their paradigm is set at a certain income level, they will unconsciously sabotage themselves to stay within that range. Bob explained that breaking a paradigm is not easy because it operates at a subconscious level. Willpower alone is not enough. Instead, you must introduce new ideas and repeat them consistently until they replace the old programming. This is why he recommended daily practices such as affirmations, visualization, and studying personal development material. These practices are not just motivational. They are tools for reprogramming the mind. He also spoke extensively about the importance of self-image. Your self-image is the way you see yourself, and it determines what you believe you are capable of achieving. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you will continue to struggle. If you see yourself as successful, confident, and capable, your actions will begin to reflect that identity. Changing your self-image is one of the most powerful ways to change your results. Bob Proctor's teachings were deeply rooted in the idea that we are spiritual beings living in a physical world. He believed that each person has infinite potential within them, but most people never tap into it because they are conditioned to think in limited ways. He encouraged people to think beyond their current circumstances and to set goals that truly excite them. He often said that if your goal does not scare you and excite you at the same time, it is too small. He also emphasized the importance of taking action. The law of attraction is not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It is about aligning your thoughts and emotions so that you are inspired to take the right actions. When you are in alignment, ideas will come to you, opportunities will appear, and you will feel motivated to act. This is what he called inspired action. One of the most powerful aspects of Bob Proctor's teaching was his focus on persistence. He understood that changing your mindset and your life takes time. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and challenges. But he taught that these are not signs of failure. They are part of the process. Every time you choose to stay focused on your goal despite challenges, you strengthen your new paradigm. He also highlighted the role of gratitude in manifestation. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. This creates a positive vibration, which attracts more positive experiences into your life. Bob encouraged people to practice gratitude daily, not just for what they already have, but also for what they are in the process of creating. Another key principle he taught was the idea of abundance. He believed that the universe is abundant, and that there is more than enough for everyone. Scarcity is a mindset, not a reality. When you operate from a place of abundance, you are more open to receiving. You are not driven by fear or competition, but by confidence and trust. Bob Proctor also stressed the importance of environment. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all influence your mindset. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, it will affect your vibration. This is why he encouraged people to be intentional about their environment and to seek out positive influences. He often spoke about the importance of decision. A true decision, according to Bob, is when you cut off all other options. It is not a wish or a hope. It is a commitment. When you make a decision, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind and to the universe. This sets things into motion in ways that you may not immediately understand. Bob Proctor's teachings were not just theoretical. They were practical and actionable. He provided tools, strategies, and daily practices that anyone could use to transform their life. But he also made it clear that knowledge alone is not enough. You must apply what you learn consistently. Transformation comes from doing, not just knowing. In essence, Bob Proctor used the law of attraction by mastering his inner world. He changed his beliefs, his self-image, and his habits. He aligned his thoughts and emotions with his goals. He took consistent action and persisted despite challenges. Over time, his external reality changed to reflect his internal transformation. His legacy continues to inspire millions of people around the world. His message is simple yet powerful. You have the ability to create the life you want. It starts with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your willingness to change. The law of attraction is always working, whether you are aware of it or not. The question is, are you using it consciously? When you understand and apply these principles, you begin to realize that you are not a victim of circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. And just like Bob Proctor, you have the power to design a life of success, abundance, and fulfillment.